Have you ever wondered how to take back control from OCD and rewrite your story? In this video, I will reveal the powerful technique of writing a breakup letter to your OCD. You're going to be learning how to express your feelings, set boundaries, and this is going to empower you to overcome intrusive thoughts and behaviors. I'll show you how that works. So it may sound like a strange activity to do, but it can be so empowering. So here's what you do. You grab a pen, you grab a paper, you grab your phone, your computer, your typewriter, whatever you want, something to write on. You speak from your heart. We know we cannot get rid of OCD, but we get to choose how we're going to respond to it. So think about breaking up with somebody that you're dating, except they get to stick around even though you broke up with them. They're going to try the old tricks, but you are more empowered because you actually get to run the show, even if they're sticking around. That's kind of what OCD does. So what would you say to your OCD? How would you break up with it? How would you break up with the compulsions, the obsessions, the urges, all those things that you do? What would you want to tell it? What feelings do you want to share? Have you given it a name to separate yourself from your OCD? What can you tell it to know that you are so done with it? And how you're going to grow from here? Here's an example of a breakup letter. Dear OCD, we used to be close, but things changed along the way. Initially, you were like a beacon of light, filling my days with a sense of purpose and accomplishment. Well, at least I thought you were. Your rules, your routines made me feel secure, and I trusted your guidance. You made me feel like I could be a better person for following you. I thought I needed you, but now I know I was tricked. I felt gaslighted, that I was really the problem, when really it was you. As time went on, your demands became overwhelming. What once felt like a supportive partnership started to feel like a suffocating grip. I found myself constantly striving to meet your ever-increasing standards. Yet, nothing seemed to satisfy you. Our relationship became strained, and I began to feel the weight of your expectations beating down on me. It was then that I realized the extent of your control over my life. You dictated everything. How I spent my time, how you tried to control my thoughts, my energy. You robbed me of freedom to enjoy life's simple pleasures, leaving me feel drained and empty. But despite the toll you took on me, I couldn't bring myself to break free from you, even though I know I needed to do it. Eventually, I reached a breaking point. I summoned the courage, and I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna face my fears head on. I'm breaking away from you. I know it's gonna be painful, and I feel like I'm tearing a piece of myself out, but I know this separation is gonna be great for us. I'm going to discover a newfound sense of strength, resilience, and I'm gonna realize that I didn't need you. I've never needed you. All the threats and worries you've brought my way, none of them happened. You are a liar. Through the support of compassionate friends and loved ones, I'm gonna rebuild everything that you tore down. I am capable of living the life I want to live, really with or without you. I want you to know that I am done with you. I no longer need you, your rigid rules, your control. My life belongs to me. I refuse to let you dictate any longer what I'm gonna do. In fact, that fear that you don't want me to face, I'm doing it right now, as we speak, as I'm reading this letter to you. What do you think about that? You were such a liar. I'm giving you nothing. So what do you think? Everyone's story is gonna be a little bit different. Some may sound angry, some with kindness, some with understanding, some with grace. But how I see this benefit is that you no longer get to follow OCD's rules. And you are specifically telling yourself, your own brain, separating yourself from this thing. Although we know that exposure and response prevention is the treatment we're gonna use for OCD, how about you tell in your letter how you're gonna take that power back? How are you gonna use this treatment? What specific ways are you going to break up with your OCD? Starting today, I'm only gonna wash my hands 5 times. Starting today, I am no longer asking for reassurance. Starting today, I am engaging in something that triggers me, and I'm gonna respond completely different to it. You may even write what your future looks like. Is it getting married, having kids, building a career, doing whatever your values are? Ultimately, this turns into motivation. It's a motivation letter for you. I have many other activities and worksheets just like this in my Master Your Online OCD course. I'm gonna link that down below. So how are you gonna break up with your OCD today? It's super clingy, but it's time for you to tell it you don't need it anymore. Takes a lot of faith, takes a lot of energy, but you don't need it. You also want to know what OCD doesn't want you to do? Watch the next video on the screen, because the more knowledge you gain, the more it doesn't want to stick around, because you are calling it out. That's what these letters are all about. How are you going to call it out? Even in the comments, I'd love to see even just the first line of your letter. Let's go. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Have you ever wondered how to take control? Oh, messed up the first line. I found myself constantly striving to meet your